a quick case study on energy solutions from the private sector. So let's spend just a couple of minutes chatting about some of the things that the private sector is very innovatively working on, and some case studies they've had in other parts of the world where they've really struggled. So, welcome. I was practicing your name because I wrote it down, and I did it perfectly at breakfast yesterday, but I'm going to have you say it.
Osman Cotuker.
Okay. It was easier when I wrote it yesterday. Thank you so much. So that was an eye-opening, and a little bit, you can sit here, I won't bite you. That was a little bit of an eye-opening conversation too. The last two panels, my head's still spinning a little bit. But I'm really interested because the next session that we're talking about also really focuses on a lot of innovative technologies that are coming from the private sector. And your particular company works with taking mobile stations that distribute energy. Talk to me a little bit about some of the experiences, like a case study from some of the areas where you've had success with this.
First of all, thank you very much for this wonderful event. We learned lots of things about the Ukraine and the future of the Ukraine. Mr. President already mentioned about the current situation for the energy infrastructure in Ukraine. And we have been working in 27 different countries, and especially Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq, Libya, and other specific regions. For instance, I would like to give you some example from Iraq. After ISIS attacks, we penetrated the market. 4 substations destroyed.
So ISIS was attacking these substations in Iraq.
And then we actually first understand the current situation. We sent our teams, and first of all, they removed the mines from the substations as well because they totally destroyed. End of the day, we provide them the reverse engineering, how we could solve those problems without take too much time. We can reduce the time issue and also build again to energize and distribute the energy to the country and states. You can see some pictures from the site, and the previous.
These from Iraq.
Those projects from Iraq actually. We understand the post-war situation for the countries that it should be 3 steps. One of them is the short-term solutions, and then mid-term and long-term solutions. Generally, the short-term solutions could be during the war as well, because during the war, everyone needs to energy. We discussed last night with some companies, and now they need energy. Some companies work 15 minutes, 30 minutes per day because of the lack of the electricity. That's why the short-term solutions are the mobile solutions. What does it mean? It means mobile power generation. It could be steam generators, normal gas turbines, or it could be renewable hybrid solutions. We can send the mobile power generation units to the site, and then we can put the energy storage supply, and with the mobile substation support, you can use the electricity whenever you want.
That's what I think is really the most interesting, because as we've seen in the last couple of weeks, I mean, Russia is clearly targeting these substations. They're doing it pretty effectively, as we've heard as well. So having the ability to be able to have that power that you can move from one point to another to make it a little bit harder to target this would be a huge win. So what do you think the future possibility is? You talked about short term. What about the longer term?
As you mentioned, Russia already knew all the specific locations for the substations because some of them built by them in the past. That's why if you start the reconstruction for those substations during the war period, they knew it again, and then they can hit again that location. Our mobile solutions, it's not ours. There are lots of different solutions. Those mobile solutions produced at the factories. We spent, let's say, 7-8 months at the factories, and just we sent to the location, plug and play alternative. And then you can select the site, you can connect it to the grid, and 2 months later, you can move to the other place. 1 month later, you can move to the another place. And you can put to the renewable power generation units as well with the storage solutions. And all the villages, all the strategic points have the electricity when they need it. And also they avoid the attacks from Russia, and then they never knew it because we can transfer to the other places easily.
Yeah, and then just last question, you've seen success from this broadly because as you said, there are several different places out there that provide this type of solution, but you've seen the success in Iraq, you've seen the success in Libya. Are they currently using these systems in Ukraine?
Actually, the issue is that some substations are really old, and now they are modernizing. And also in Iraq, also in Libya, it was also the same issue for us. For instance, in Libya, some substations had no problem, but whole the network infrastructure got destroyed. That's why we put the advanced technologies for SCADA and DCS solutions for the existing substations, and the center of the grid monitor the specific locations at the site and take actions for the more flexible and stable infrastructure. That's why if you compare with Iraq, Libya, and Ukraine infrastructure, the mentality almost same. They are targeting to the strategic points like power plants, like dams, like substations. That's why if you have mobile solutions, as the Minister mentioned, that you have decentralized solutions for power generation and distribution. But this way, during the short term, you will have the sustainable and stable energy infrastructure.
I really appreciate you taking the time to kind of explain what you're working on and a case study on some of the areas where you've seen success with this as just one of